All right, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, cool. Our mic is on. Cool. You guys can hear me. Hello, everybody. How you all doing? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. It's Sunday, man. It is Sunday afternoon, July 23rd, 1:37 p.m. Eastern Time. Man, this Phillies team has been really disappointing, to say the least, over these last 4 games. This losing streak couldn't have come at a better time, but they have a chance to salvage the series, if you will. They got shut out yesterday, 1-0, and the Cleveland Guardians really just did a good job on the pitching side of things, especially with Tanner Bibby as well. I mean, the Phillies just could not get too many hits off of him, and it wasn't even like that they were having issues with runners in scoring position. They just had a hard time of getting base runners on. But today's a brand new day, and now if you're Rob Thompson and if you're the Phillies, the thing is that you have to try to push the right buttons and get the best out of everybody. And hopefully the thing that they'll gravitate on is Harper playing over at first base. Maybe that can be some sort of a spark. It wasn't on Friday, but something has to change. You're not getting a whole lot of offensive production, and you have to be better. So Rising Rhino, David 3000, Larry, and everybody else that's on here, Magic 44. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for coming back on. You know, I know that the Phillies have been struggling, but I want to make sure that I give credit where credit's due. For you guys that have been coming back on, you guys are the real ones. You know, I really want to say that. I know that some people really just can't take their frustration on this team, and like that type of thing. But I really do appreciate all the support, because we're not on here just for Philly stuff. Like, we're here to support each other. So, Rising Rhino, if you want to drop your link down below in the comments section, or in the live chat, I should say, please make sure that you do that, man. Always welcome to do so. Let's talk about the starting lineup really quickly. All right, so it's funny because when I look at the starting lineup now, like, the fan in me is just like, I don't like it. But, all right. So Kyle Schwarber will be leading off. He's the DH. Trey Turner is the shortstop. He's batting second. Bryce Harper, the first baseman, he's batting third. Nick Castellanos in the cleanup spot. He'll be batting fourth. Out in right field, Bryson Stott batting fifth. He's the second baseman for the Phillies. JT Realmuto still behind the plate today. Al Bohm goes over to third base. He'll be batting seventh. Brandon Marsh batting eighth out in center field, and batting ninth will be Jay Cave out in left field. Lots of mascots today. I wonder if today's National Mascot Day or something. That is so cool. But anyhow, because the Philly Fanatic just made his way all the way out to Progressive Field. Banged into the wall. All right, so once again, it's Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Castellanos, Stott, Realmuto, Bohm, Marsh, and Cave. And Schwarber, of course, will be leading things off. They're going to be going up against Xzavion Curry. So Curry was named the starter just before midnight of last night, because the Guardians, well, their starting pitching staff is, a lot of their guys have been injured now, so they really have had to just empty the nest, if you will. Curry this season has played in 24 games. He's only started 1. So it'll probably be a bullpen game today. He has a 3-0 record. In 50 innings he has 34 strikeouts, 11 walks issued, and a 2.86 ERA. Kyle Schwarber is up at the plate. Thought about showing bunt at the first pitch, but takes it back for a ball. And we are just underway at Progressive Field. Phillies got shut out last night 1-0, and they lost the first game 6-5. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch in the dirt. Third base umpire tried to check his swing, though, and he did not go. Schwarber hitting 185 with 26 home runs and 60 RBI on the season. The 2-0 delivery, it's outside. Kyle in this series, he's 0 for 7 with an RBI, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Let's refresh the scoreboard. 3-0 pitch. That time it's in there for a strike. Phillies will have Aaron Nola on the bump once they go to the bottom of the first inning. Nola has never faced the Guardians before. The 3-1, it's up high for ball 4, and Kyle Schwarber walks for the 3rd time in this series. Alrighty, so we just updated the scoreboard. There we go. Rise and Rhino convinced me that tennis can be done in this format. Tremendous Wimbledon coverage. Yeah, he's really good at tennis, man. The pitch, it's inside for a ball. Check out Rhino, folks. You'll be glad you did. For sure. Absolutely. Did we just lose a subscriber? Wow. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, it's outside. So Trey Turner is up at the plate. Yeah, Rhino, you can obviously drop your link down below too, as always. The 2-0 pitch, it's up high. So Curry, he's behind in the count 3-0 already, has been having some issues with finding the strike zone. But he hasn't allowed a run since he faced off against the Cubs. That's the game where he allowed 3 earned runs. The pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Yeah, I think that's what happens. I truly do. Like, there's some sort of a glitch. The 3-1, grounder, hit over to shortstop. This should be 2, the throw over the second. There's 1, the throw over the first. It's in time. That's a 6-4-3 double play. That's the 2nd time that Turner has grounded into a double play in this series. The Phillies 1 through 4 hitters over the last 4 games during this losing streak. They're 7 for 61 with 21 strikeouts. Oh, tennis? Tennis is really tough, yeah. It's not easy. So there's a little rally killer. 2 outs, nobody on, and Bryce Harper is due up at the plate. He's hitting .290 on the season with 4 homers and 26 RBI. Phillies in their regular away uniforms. Harper's over at first today, and he takes a pitch outside for a ball. It's just a shame because Kyle gets on with a walk, and there really hasn't been too many strikes thrown by Curry so far. You got to make him work. The pitch. Up high and outside. As far as the defensive lineup goes, well, behind the plate today, we got Cam Gallagher for the Cleveland Guardians, as the 2-0 pitch thrown by Curry is off the plate. Josh Bell's over at first base. Jimenez is at second. Ramirez at third. Then you got Tyler Freeman over at shortstop. Kwan's in left. Brennan's in center. And Fry, David Fry, who caught behind the plate in the first game, he's out in right. And the 3-0 is outside for ball 4. So 2 walks issued in this inning. And Harper goes over to first. And then Josh Naylor will be the designated hitter for Cleveland. So we're in the top of the first inning. There's 2 outs. Harper's over at first base. He got on with a walk. Hockey is tough. Yep, we're going to get reps with hockey. We are. Castellanos will take a pitch that looked like it was maybe a little bit inside, but it's a called strike by Adam Beck, who's the home plate umpire. What's up, Jacqueline? Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Basketball and hockey at the same time. The 0-1, grounder hit over to third base, fielded by Ramirez. The throw over the first is off the line, and it gets away from Bell. Harper's going to go over to third with ease without a throw. And Nick Castellanos, I think that they're going to rule that as an infield single, but it was a really tough play because Jose Ramirez had to go into foul territory and throw it from Manny Machado range. It was a little bit off the line, though. I don't know if Castellanos would have beaten that one out with a really good throw, but it was just a tough throw to make. It's funny, Castellanos ruled himself as safe. Here's Stott, and he takes the pitch up high for a ball. What's up, Jacqueline? Thanks for coming on, as always. How's your day going? Stott's up at the plate with runners at the corners, 2 outs in the top of the first. Curry takes a quick breath and throws the next pitch in the dirt. I mean, I hate to harp up on this, but you just think to yourself, if Turner was just going to take another pitch, maybe he could have walked. And there'd still be no outs. Defense playing Stott to pull towards that right side. The 2-0 is outside, and that's now the third 3-ball count that Xavier Curry has had to deal with. Stott hitting .250 with a home run and 12 RBI with runners in scoring position, and he takes that one downstairs, and that's going to load the bases. 3 walks issued in this inning by Xavier Curry. He is really struggling with his command. And this is a guy that has a 1.08 whip at home, along with a 2.16 ERA. So, don't really see this too often. Bases are loaded for JT Realmuto. Just make him pitch. That's all you got to do. Time is called as Carl Willis will go out there to talk things over with Gallagher and Curry to try to get on the same side. Try to get on the same page here. Curry is 24 years old from Orangeburg, South Carolina. He stands at 6 feet tall. Has a birthday on July 27th, so he'll be 25 years old. The last time that he allowed 3 walks, well, it hasn't been this season. JT will step up to the plate, and he looks at the first pitch for a called strike. JT with the bases loaded is 2 for 10 this season with a double and 5 RBI. 2 outs, bases juiced, and the 0-1 is fouled back. Yeah, he's never... The only time that he allowed at least 3 walks was on September 3rd of last season. That was his second outing in his career. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball out to right field. It's looking foul and it goes out of play. Phillies did leave the bases loaded 3 times in Game 1. Did they call a balk? They did. They called a balk. And the Phillies get a run. Yep, they called a balk. Phillies are on the board 1-0, and now there's runners over at second and third. And that was, I don't know about that. The 0-2, fly ball hit out to left field. That's going back to the track, to the wall. It is caught for out number 3. What a catch made out in left field by Stephen Kwan as he banged into the wall, and he made a really nice catch. But the Phillies, they get a run on a balk. And we go to the bottom of the first inning as they're up 1-0. That was such a bizarre call. We'll have to talk about that when we go to the second. What's up, David 3000? Let me see what your comment is really quickly. Hey, JJ, how in your Discord post games shows you were able to have people raise their hand in the voice chat? I set up the channel that way. I set up the channel that way. I created it. I didn't do it under like a voice call. I did it under it's called a stage channel. That's what it is. So, I can try to help you set that up sometime if you'd like. I'd be willing to help you out with that. It's not that hard. So the Phillies, they got a run on a balk that was issued by Xavier Curry. And we go to the bottom of the first. So Stephen Kwan will be leading things off. Tyler Freeman batting in the 2 spot. Jose Ramirez in the 3 spot. And Josh Naylor will have to bat cleanup. He's the DH today. Josh Bell's over at first. Then you got Jimenez, who is at second base. Fry is out in right field. Brennan is in center. And Gallagher is behind the plate. Cam Gallagher, that is. So once again, it's Kwan, Freeman, Ramirez, Naylor, Bell, Jimenez, Fry, Brennan, and Gallagher. And they will be going up against Aaron Nola. Nola did pretty good his last time out. And overall this season, he's 9-6 with a 4.27 ERA. Not Aaron Nola-esque. 126 strikeouts in 126 innings. He's allowed 30 walks and also 66 runs on 106 hits. All right, how many people do we have on here? Make sure that you like, make sure you subscribe. So the bottom of the first is just underway as Nola throws a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. Nola's been very dominant when the bases are empty. The 0-1, it's a knuckle curve on the outside corner again. So Kwan, who's up at the plate, is 2 for 9 in the series with a run, a double, an RBI, and a strikeout. Nola comes set at the chest, winds up, and throws it outside. Nola's been with the big league club since 2015. This is his 9th season. The 1-2. Fly ball hit out to right field. Castellanos going back to the warning track to the wall. That baby just gets out of here and it hit the yellow line and it goes to the 4th row. Stephen Kwan gets on with a solo homer. And we have a tie ball game just like that within the blink of an eye. Another home run issued by Aaron Nola. That one got out of here in a hurry. See where this pitch was. Wasn't even too bad of a pitch. It was out over towards the plate, but it was over. It was on the upper third of the zone. So it's 1-1. Here comes Freeman, who hits a chopper over to third base. Bowman will throw it on the run as he charges over to first, and Freeman is out. That is the first out of the inning. So in case you're just tuning in, the Phillies got a run on a balk. And honestly, it's Xavier Curry was just like pivoting his foot, it looked like. I don't think he picked it up or anything. I think it's just a part of his routine. But third base umpire Gabe Morales called it a balk, and that's how the Phillies got their run. Here's Jose Ramirez, who takes a strike. Bases are empty in the bottom of the first. It's 1-1. And the 0-1 is on the outside corner for a called strike. Jose had 4 hits in Game 1 of this series on Friday night. And he's 5 for 8 overall. The 0-2 check swing. Did he go? Third base umpire says he did. Gabe Morales calls him out. And Aaron Nola gets his first strikeout of the day. For a second, I thought maybe he held up his swing, but I don't know. Nola at home, he has a 3.27 ERA, and on the road, it's been a 4.99 ERA. His whip is .94 at home, and is a 1.8 or a 1.18 whip on the road. Josh Naylor is coming up, and he takes a pitch right at the knees for a called strike. Nola went 7 1/3 of an inning his last time out. Had 6 strikeouts and allowed 2 earned runs. The pitch outside for a ball. I mean, it would have been a double. It looked pretty good, but Kwan made a really good catch at the wall. The 1-1 swing and the misses. Josh Naylor's helmet almost came off of his head. Bases are empty in the bottom of the first. There's 2 outs. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Josh Naylor. Behind the plate for the Phillies is JT Realmuto. Harper's over at first. Stott's at second. Bohm's at third. Turner's at short. Cave's out in left. Marsh is in center. And Castellanos is in right. Nola comes set at the chest, winds up and delivers the pitch. Foul ball down the third base side, and it'll find the seats. The home run ball has been not so good for Aaron Nola. He's allowed 4 homers just this month. Didn't allow a homer his last game, but 3 in the game before that against Miami. The pitch, swing and a miss. And the inning is over. As we go to the top of the second inning, Stephen Kwan is able to tie the game back on a solo homer, a leadoff solo home run. That's his second of the season. And we go to the top of the second. It's 1-1. All right, guys. Cool. We got 13 people on here. In case you guys are new to my channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and turn on those notification bell icons. So that way you know when I upload or if I go live. Oh, boy. How's your Sunday going so far, guys? Comment down below. Did you guys have a good weekend? What have you guys been doing this weekend? I've been coming on here, obviously. I'm investing a lot of time with this because I know that now's the time for me to do it. And I care about the product I put out there, you know? I truly, truly do. We just got a subscriber. If you just subscribe to my channel, make sure that you comment who you are down below. Make sure that you do that. Or maybe there was a YouTube malfunction or something. Sometimes like that's just like what happens. You know? But yes, if you love Phillies baseball, if you love 76ers basketball, if you love Flyers hockey or Patriots football, that's what we do on here. And we appreciate each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to tune in. Whether you're just listening in and you're at work or you're doing stuff in the yard or on the road, we appreciate the time and the effort because it means a lot. Al Bohm is going to come up, and the first pitch he sees is a fastball at 92 that he swings and misses at on the upper third of the zone. Bowman, the series is 2 for 7. He had 2 hits in the first game. They were both singles. The pitch. Fly ball, hit out to center field. Getting underneath it to track it down will be Brennan, and he's there to make the catch for out number 1. So we're in the top of the second inning. Phillies got a run on a balk that was issued by Xavier Curry. He also allowed 3 walks in that first inning. And then Stephen Kwan tied it back by hitting his second leadoff home run of the season off of Aaron Nola. That was in the bottom of the first. And Marsh will take a look at a curveball that looked like it was a little bit outside, but it was just in there for a called strike in the eyes of Adam Beck. Marsh, the 8th hitter today, out in center field. Curry gets set, kicks, fires, and it's upstairs. Curry, when he faced off against the Pirates, he went 3 innings, only allowed 1 walk, and had 2 strikeouts and only a hit allowed on 39 pitches. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curry gets the signs again, winds up, and throws it outside. He threw 23 pitches in that first inning. The pitch. Fly ball again, hit out to center field, as Brendan has to back up a little bit more this time and do a little bit more footwork, if you will. But he'll make the catch. Just had to dance a little bit more. There's 2 outs. Phillies, during this 4-game losing streak, they're 2 for 20 with runners in scoring position. And they're only hitting 152. And with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position, they're 0 for 9. Along with 42 strikeouts during this 4-game losing streak. Just not a Phillies-like type of a team. Here comes Jake Cave, who takes a curveball for a called strike. Baylor, what's up, Chase? What's up, Chase Baylor? Is it Baylor Chase or is it Chase Baylor? Because I have 2 first names, too. I technically have 3. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Jake Cave has 16 home runs in AAA and is up for International League MVP. Also has a lot of doubles, over 30 in AAA. And this is a guy, as he takes the pitch outside, who started off the season with the big league club and has just been raking in AAA. They were asked, what are your thoughts on Stott being lower in the lineup and not at the top? I'll get to that in a second. Curry kicks, steals, and the pitch swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies. And we go to the bottom of the second. We're tied up 1-1 in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. What are my thoughts about Bryson Stott being in the lower part of the lineup? Right now, they're on a losing streak. So something has to change, and you heard the stats that I just read you. So the fact that there really hasn't been too many changes to this lineup, it's just not in Rob's DNA. Now, the question, okay, so do I think Rob is going to make a change? I would doubt it. I mean, if this keeps on going, then maybe, probably. But at the same time, I just don't think it's in his blood because he is a player's type of a coach, and he trusts the players way too much. So, but what would I do? Of course I would move Bryson Stott up in the lineup. He's been one of your best hitters. You got to reward him. So if Kyle Schwarber is struggling now in the leadoff spot, which he has been over the last 5 games or so, okay, maybe I would move him down. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just know that he's obviously one of the big leaders of the team, and I want one of my big leaders up at the top of the lineup. But I also understand that the Phillies have to have a change. Larry says, Cave tearing it up in the minors. Hope it can translate to the big show. Yeah, I know. We saw what Derek Hall was doing, so it's the same exact thing, hopefully. Not in his DNA isn't a good enough reason. I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying that's just like not who he is. Like you don't really see him like, getting fired up or getting angry. I'm not making an excuse for him. I'm just saying that that's just not who he is. I think that I would love to see that for sure. But yeah. Here comes Josh Bell, who sends this one out to deep right field. Castellanos is going to go over towards the corner, and he's there to make the catch. He had to go all the way towards his left side. He made a really nice play out in right field as the ball just died out there. Bell thought maybe he had it. And Castellanos, who was playing about halfway between right field and center field, had to go all the way towards the corner, and he made the catch pretty close to that line. First name Baylor, I've been called Chase more than I could count. I feel you on that. The first pitch to Andres Jimenez is outside for a ball. Jimenez playing over at second base. He's hitting .244 on the season, and during the series, well, he's 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts. The 1-0, that's a towering fly ball hit out to deep right field. Castellanos goes back to the track, to the wall. That one is gone. 2 solo homers for the Cleveland Guardians off of Aaron Nola. And Andres Jimenez gets his 9th homer of the season, and the Guardians go up 2-1. As Jimenez gives a little wave as he rounds home plate towards a fan in the crowd. It was a hanging breaking ball, and Jimenez just golfed that thing. It just got out of here, and Fan made a pretty good catch just over the rail. It's a home run anyways because it's in between the yellow line and the rail, and there's a little gap there out in right field. So the Guardians lead it 2-1. David Fry, who was catching behind the plate in the first game, he's out in right field. No balls, 1 strike. The first pitch was in there. Nola kicks, fires, and it's a foul ball bounced behind JT. Baylor says first name is Baylor, but I've been called Chase more than I could count. Hopefully our veterans can get it going, but I agree, Rob probably won't change it anytime soon. Yeah, and I feel you on that too, Larry and Baylor. Yeah, I do. I understand. The ball is 2 strikes. The pitch. Foul ball. So then my question to you guys is, if Rob isn't going to make a lot of changes then to this lineup, then what do the Phillies have to then what do the Phillies have to address in the trade deadline? Like, do you think it would be more important for them to go after a left fielder or another starting pitcher? Like, if you were to have a priority of what you would want to go after, who would it be? If Rob is not making these changes, how does that change your philosophy? And if the team is still struggling? The 0-2, fly ball, hit out to right field. It's hooking foul, and Castellanos can't get to it as it's just a foul ball. Castellanos had to run a long ways to get over to it, so that wasn't all his fault. But the count is still 0-2. Snowman, what's up, man? Thanks for coming on here. You got Astros baseball today. Astros and A's wrapping up their 3-game series. That's cool. After this, we're going to have to take a quick step off. Just for a second. David Fry hitting .290 on the season. There's the Philly fanatic in the Phillies TV booth with Ruben Amaro Jr. giving him a little hug. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Aaron Nola gets his 3rd strikeout of the day. Larry says a left fielder. A starter would probably be a 5th guy, not a big impact. Oh my gosh. So then is Harper the everyday first baseman? Is my next question. The pitch to Will Brennan is upstairs and outside, and now JT wants to call for time here. As the home plate umpire, Adam Beck, is going to go out to join this conversation It's a little bit odd. The trainer's going out there, too, to see if Aaron Nola's okay. And Rob Thompson, I think that Nola slipped a little bit. And he's starting to feel a little bit of discomfort. I don't know. He's trying to put some pressure on that left foot. That's what he's pointing to. All the infielders come in as well. So there's 2 outs. Somebody's getting loosened up now in the Phillies bullpen. And they're going to see if Nola can throw a couple pitches here. Let's see. Did he dislocate something? Oh, yes. When he was throwing the pitch, he did slide a little bit as he was trying to land on that foot, and his foot moved out of control. 1 ball, no strikes is the count to Brennan. Let's see. So he'll stay in there. He says that he's fine, and we'll resume play here as the 1-0 is hit out to center field. Marsh tracks it down, and he's there to make the catch. And the inning is over. But Andres Jimenez gets a solo homer, and the Guardians take the lead 2-1 as we go to the top of the 3rd. Thank you, Snowman. I really do appreciate that, man. I really do. That was really odd. They just resumed play like it was nothing. But all right. I am going to take a very quick step off. All right. I will be right back in just a few moments. I will see you guys really soon. Don't go anywhere. Do not change that channel. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. All righty, so we're in the top of the 3rd inning. Snowballs, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber, who's back up, and the 0-2 swing and a miss. The pitch was in the dirt as Curry went for an off-speed pitch, and he got Schwarber to chase after it. So Schwarber's 0 for 1. Somebody is loosening up in the Guardians bullpen. Terry Francona is going to stay out in the dugout, or stay in the dugout. And Turner comes up and he takes a pitch just a little bit low and inside. 1-0 is the count. Curry comes set at the belt, winds up and delivers. And it's over the middle of the plate for a called strike. So Aaron Nola had a little bit of discomfort as he slipped on the mound when he was throwing a pitch, but then stayed out there and threw one more pitch to get out of the second inning. So just keep your eye on that. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Turner grounded into a double play. His first time up, so he's 0 for 1 today. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. It's actually 3 strikeouts in a row dating back to the second inning. And Trey Turner goes down swinging. I mean, they just look so lifeless out there. They're like swinging at everything and just not showing any sort of discipline. No patience, nothing. Harper's coming up with 2 outs and with nobody on, and he'll look at a fastball at 92, wide and up high. Bryce did walk in the first and also scored a run too. 1 ball, no strikes. Curry gets the signs and winds up and delivers. Harper hits this one out to deep center field. On the run is Brennan as he tracks it down towards the warning track, and he's there to make the catch. Well, Harper hit it pretty sharply, but Brennan was there to utilize his speed as he caught it right in front of the warning track. He had to back up, and he was there to make the catch. And another 1-2-3 inning thrown by Xavier Curry. And we go to the bottom of the third. Phillies trail 2-1 in Cleveland. All right, cool. We have 18 people on here. In case you guys are new to my channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those notification bells too, so that way you know when I upload. All right, we have to wish the following people a happy birthday today as we look at the athletes who have birthdays. Okay, Scott Dixon. Wow, happy birthday to Scott Dixon. Happy birthday to Sparky Lyle. Sparky Lyle, born in 1944 on this day. Tim Brown, happy birthday to you. That's really cool. Born in 1966 on this day. Christine Lilly. Wait, this is yesterday's. Oh, my gosh. I knew I was looking at the wrong one. I was like, wait, these sound so familiar. Wow. I just read this yesterday. Okay, so today is Sunday, July 23rd, in case you're wondering. Okay, so there's like 2 dates for the Saturdays, or for Saturday and for Sunday, if you can see that right here. Here's Saturday, here's Sunday. Okay, I was looking at the left side. My mistake. Probably should have crossed that out. But today's Sunday, July 23rd. All right, Pee Wee Reese. Happy birthday to Pee Wee Reese, man. He would have been 105 years old today. Don Drysdale. Happy birthday to Don Drysdale. He would have been 87 years old on this day. Gary Payton, baseball or basketball player. Happy birthday to Gary Payton. Here's Nomar Garcia Parra. I haven't heard that name in a very long time. Happy birthday to Nomar. He's 50 years old. Terry Glenn. Happy birthday to you too. Born in 1974 on this day. Cam Gallagher is going to come up to the plate, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Gallagher hitting 136. He's playing behind the plate today. And he bloops this one out to center field. Marsh on the run towards the alley. He won't be able to get over to it. And there's a bloop single to start off the bottom of the third inning. There's Scott Rowland. They're looking at the 2023 Hall of Fame class. Pat Hughes, Fred McGriff, John Lowe, and Carl Erskine. So we're in the bottom of the third. Here's Stephen Kwan, who homered off of Aaron Nola. It was his second leadoff home run this season. He's hitting 270. He has 4 homers and 33 RBI. Slashing 270, 342. And 564. The pitch outside. Well, the good news is that at least the hit that he just allowed there was not a home run. Because both of the hits that he allowed before that were home runs. The pitch on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. Two and one is the count. Nola behind. We're in the bottom of the third. Nobody out and a runner on. The pitch. Line drive into right field. It drops in for a base hit. The runner will stay over at second base, and Stephen Kwan gets a single. Oh, I know. I caught the end of Scott Rowland's career in Philly. Actually, no, I caught the end of it. That was when he was in Cincinnati. Cincinnati and St. Louis. So back-to-back singles given up by Aaron Nola. And now Freeman will come up. He's playing for Ahmed Rosario. Bunts this one back towards the mound. Nola's going to make the underhanded throw to Harper, and the sacrifice bunt is successful. There's an out, and runners go over to second and third. That's what the Guardians do a really good job at, just playing small ball. And the Phillies have really struggled with that, and now Jose Ramirez will come up. Ramirez struck out in the first inning. He doesn't really do that too many times. He's hitting .294 with 14 homers and 55 runs batted in, the five-time All-Star. First pitch is golfed foul down the first base side. He just ripped that thing. When nobody's on, opponents are hitting .196 against Aaron Nola. And, well, when runners are on, batters are hitting .286 off of him. That tells you how he does under pressure this year. The 0-1, a changeup that's outside. Phillies will go back home, and they'll take on the Baltimore Orioles for a 3-game set, and then they go to Pittsburgh and play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at PNC Park. The 1-1 grounder hit sharply over to first. Harper has it, and he'll just win the race to the bag as another run comes in to score. So it's an RBI ground out by Jose Ramirez. The runner from second does go over to third. And once again, the small ball helps for the Guardians as they lead it 3-1. So Gallagher scored, and Kwan is now over at third. Phillies down 3-1 as Nola has allowed a run in each inning so far. And Naylor takes a four-seamer inside. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Nola gets the signs, kicks, fires, and it swung on and missed. Naylor's the DH in this afternoon's game. He's 3 for 8 in the series with a run, an RBI, and 3 strikeouts coming into today. This afternoon, though, he is 0 for 1. He was one of Nola's strikeout victims. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 94 as Nola went upstairs, and he got Naylor to chase. Naylor's hitting .283 with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position. Has a double, 2 homers, 18 RBI, and 11 Ks. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Nola will throw this one, and it's for chopped foul. Just chopped foul. On deck is Josh Bell. Bell has seen Nola quite a lot. Phillies are 11-10 against the Guardians all time. Came into the series 11-8. The 1-2 offering. Fly ball hit out to left center field. Marsh will go over towards his right side, take a couple of side steps, track it down, and he's there to make the catch. And the inning is over. Jose Ramirez gives the Guardians another run, though, on an RBI ground out. And the Guardians lead it 3-1 against Philadelphia. Okay. Cool. All right, top of the fourth inning. All right, guys. First of all, if you're new to my channel, make sure that you like, make sure you subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. Snowman, if you're still here, please drop your link down below. And yeah, I want you to drop your link and give people the chance to tune in to your 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon baseball game. I don't know if you did it just now or before, but do it again. John McEnroe once said, this is today's fun fact, quote, "Everybody loves success, but they hate successful people." I don't know what that was in reference to or what, but that is the quote and the fun fact of the day. I don't like that one. Okay. But that's all right. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Let's get to 730 subscribers today, man. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I've been calling Phillies games on here since the beginning of the season. We started off when we did this channel 7 months ago. We were finishing out the 76ers basketball season, and we were also finishing the Patriots season. There were about 3 weeks left. Then we just focused on basketball and was doing this part-time. And then once we were getting more and more reps and just getting used to doing this, we thought, you know what, it'd be really cool to just do baseball and finish out the basketball season too and try to come on here almost every day. Michael Kelly's going to come in for the Guardians. In 3 games this season, opponents are hitting 154 against him, but he's only gone 3 2/3 of an inning with 6 strikeouts and no walks allowed. The Nola coaster, says Larry, is on the quote down part of the ride today. It's a good way to sum it up. Nick Castellanos, who singled his last time up, and has the only hit today for the Phillies. Well, he's already behind in the count 0-1 as a slider was thrown by Michael Kelly. What? Oh, the 0-1 is fouled off. Kingstone Collective. Any idea why they pulled Curry as soon as they did in the game? Because he doesn't go out there for quality starts. He's a guy that typically pitches about 3 innings at max. He really goes like 1 to 2 innings, but they stretched him out today. It's a bullpen type of a game. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Castellanos strikes out. So the last 4 out of the last 5 batters for the Phillies have struck out, swinging, not even on looks. Yep. And there's 1 out in the top of the 4th. Stott, who walked his last time up, is due up at the plate. And he takes a cutter at the knees for a called strike. Stott was on a 9-game hitting streak for the Phillies. It did end yesterday. And he chops that pitch foul. The 0-2, it's outside for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. Kelly gets set at the belt, winds up and delivers and throws it up high. And just a little bit outside, too. Stott did have a Big hitting streak to start off the season and set the Phillies franchise record to start off a season as he slices that one foul. The longest hitting streak in Phillies franchise history was set by Jimmy Rollins. That was over a span of 2 seasons, though, from 2005 to 2006. The pitch. Fouled back. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the streak was at 38 games? I know it was over 35. Could somebody fact check me on that? 2-2. It's just chopped off at the foot of Stott as he fouls it off. Yikes. Thought I had my paper in front of me, but I guess not. I could have sworn I wrote that down, but I believe it was 38 games. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stott seems to be all right. Eight seconds left on the pitch clock. The next pitch is chopped foul. Stott does have the most 2-strike hits in all of baseball. And it's just absolutely impressive because this is a guy who's 25 years old. He's only in his second year in baseball. The pitch. Check swing. I didn't think he went around, and he didn't. So now the count is now full. So that'll make the count 3-2. And the payoff is just fouled off. So he just stays alive. 38 is correct. That's awesome. I'm happy I got that right. Another payoff pitch. This time it's fouled off again. Good at bat by Bryson Stott. He keeps fouling off the fastballs. 11 pitches in this at bat. 7 foul balls. One out. Bases are empty. Phillies are down 3-1 in the series finale in Cleveland. The pitch. Ooh, it looked like it was at the knees, but according to Adam Beck, it was just a little bit low, and Stott gets on with a walk. Terry Francona not happy with the call as he takes the cap off. But it works out in the Phillies' favor. Have some dark clouds over towards the left field side and a little bit of sunshine on the right side, so 2 different stories in regards to Mother Nature. As JT will come up and he fouls the first pitch off. JT hit a long fly ball out to left field. It was caught by Stephen Kwan. He made a really good catch. JT also homered in the first game of the series at a 2-run shot in Friday night's game. Kelly comes sit at the belt, winds up and delivers. The pitch is inside, and the ball slips out of the catcher's hand as Bryson Stott's able to get into second base without a throw. Cam Gallagher could not control the ball as he was trying to throw it. After he caught it, he tried to put the ball into his bare hand just to try to apply the throw, and it just slipped. Butterfingers. And JT, of course, is going to pop this one up towards the right side of the infield as Jimenez gets underneath it. He'll track it down and make the easy catch. That'll put 2 away. The good news is that Stott's over in scoring position. Chase Utley set the Phillies' single-season record with 35 hits, with a 35-game hitting streak. Yes, that sounds correct. Comes Alec Boehm as he tried to hit the first pitch and just fouled it off, barely. The Phillies are 52-46. Guardians are at 500. They're at 49-49. Kelly throws this one outside. And it was also low, too. One ball, one strike. Stott leads off at second. The 1-1 to Bohm is lined foul over towards the first base dugout. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillies, of course, trying to secure a wild card spot. And the Guardians, they're trying to battle for first place in the AL Central. They're 2 games behind the Twins. The 1-2 is upstairs. The Phillies, they're a game behind the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds, the Giants, and the Diamondbacks all have 54 wins. And the Diamondbacks, they have the first wild card spot. The 2-2, it's in the dirt for ball 3. Diamondbacks are tied with the San Francisco Giants. The only team that's on a winning streak that's fighting for this wild card spot in the race in the National League is the Cincinnati Reds. They're on a 4-game winning streak. 3-2 pitch. Pop up, hit out to shallow center field. Sits way up there. And able to track it down is Will Brennan, and he's there to make the catch, and the inning is over. No runs. 1 man left. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Phillies only with 1 hit today as they trail 3-1 at Progressive Field. Wow. Yeah, that is weird. So, the Diamondbacks and the Giants. Diamondbacks are on a 3-game losing streak. Giants are on a 4-game losing streak, and they're currently down 3-0 against the Nationals. The Reds are a half game behind them, so they have the 3rd wild card spot. And the Phillies and the Marlins are about a game behind Cincinnati, and a game and a half behind the Diamondbacks and the Giants. Marlins are on an 8-game losing streak. Can you believe that? Crazy. The Padres and the Cubs are 6 games behind the Reds. And the Mets are 7 games behind the Reds. And when you look at the Guardians trying to get the final wild card spot, they're 4.5 games behind Toronto. So Tampa Bay is 5.5 games above the Astros, who secured the 2nd wild card spot. And the Blue Jays have the 3rd. Red Sox and Yankees are tied as they're 2 games behind Toronto. That division has been really tough. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Turn on the notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. There's a group of people surrounding the tarp, so I guess that rain is going to be in the forecast. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but there is a group of people over there as some more clouds are coming in, and they're not friendly at all. Josh Bell will step up to the plate. Maybe the Phillies could try to make it rain once it starts raining. Just saying. Like what I did there. 1 ball, no strikes to Josh Bell. And he takes the next pitch on the inside corner. So Aaron Nola has allowed 1 run in each inning so far. He's trying to stop that streak. Phillies down 3-1. The wind is blowing here at Progressive Field. The pitch. Just a little bit up high in the eyes of Adam Beck. Sam Hentges is warming up in the bullpen for Cleveland. He will go out there to pitch the 5th. The 2-1 pitch, chopped foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Josh Bell. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola comes set at the chest, winds up and delivers, and the pitch. Grounder, diving stop by Bryce Harper, and he goes to the bag, and he wins the race. It was a hot shot hit over to Bryce Harper at first base. He dove over towards his left. He was playing almost on the outfield grass, and he won the race to the bag to beat Josh Bell. Wow. Good play by Harper. And Josh Bell, man, this is a guy who, against Aaron Nola, has had some success. He has 4 hits and 21 at-bats, but he has 2 homers and 4 RBI against him. He's been doing really well over his last 8 at-bats against him. No balls, 1 strike. Andres Jimenez, who homered his last time up, takes a pitch wide. Beagle Lover says, if I'm livid if I'm a manager, makes this move. Why is Stott not in second? I'm irate. I feel you, man. The 1-1. It's outside and wide. Again. I have to be honest with you, more and more of those dark clouds are coming on in. They're not friendly. There still is a little bit of daylight over towards the right field side when you take a look at it. The 2-1 offering, swing and a miss. The pitch was outside, and the count is 2-2. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons as well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We're in the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-1 Cleveland. Phillies were able to strike first on a balk in the top of the 1st that was issued by Xavier Curry. And then Stephen Kwan, with a leadoff at-bat in the bottom of the 1st, was able to tie it back. The 2-2 downstairs. So Kwan had a solo homer in the bottom of the 1st. Then in the bottom of the 2nd, Andres Jimenez, who's up right now, hit a solo homer to give the Guardians a 2-1 lead. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball thrown by Nola. He gets his 4th strikeout of the day. Then in the bottom of the 3rd, Jose Ramirez had an RBI ground out, as it would score Cam Gallagher and give the Guardians a 3-1 lead. David Fry, who had 2 hits in Friday night's game, comes up and he laces this one right through the hole into left field for a base hit. And David Fry gets his 1st hit of the day as he just shot that one out in between third base and shortstop. There was no chance that Bohm or Turner was going to get to it. And now Will Brennan, who gets the start today for Miles Straw, who has the day off. He is up at the plate right now. Nola with 50 pitches, 2 homers allowed, 3 earned runs allowed, and 4 strikeouts. The pitch in the dirt. It was actually low. I caught myself there. 1 ball, no strikes. A runner's at first. That's Fry. The 1-0 pitch. Line drive caught over at first base by Bryce Harper. Makes the catch in foul territory as he was just able to get to it. And the inning is over. Let's take a look at a replay right here again. Was just able to make the diving catch. He tagged the bag anyways, even though there was 2 outs, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 man left, and we go to the top of the 5th inning. Hopefully the rain will not come in just yet. Okay. Oh, gosh. Guys. All right, if you have not subscribed to my channel already, what are you guys waiting for? We got 23 people on here. Please make sure that you like, subscribe. And Algo people, do your thing. How many thumbs up do we have so far? Did we get over the 20 mark yet? Let's see. Good. We just reached 25. Awesome. Awesome job, guys. I know that the Phillies have been struggling, but you guys have been the real ones. Coming on here and supporting the channel. Even if the Phillies aren't succeeding, we're doing these games. Whether they're on a 20-game losing streak or a 20-game winning streak. Whether it's a 20-game winning streak or a 20-game losing streak. I'm not joking. How does this make sense? I didn't say that you were joking about the whole Bryson Stott thing. I don't blame you. The problem is that these guys are still going to have to bat anyways because who's your option? Like, you can slide people up and slide people down. I think that could work. You know, you got to do something. But at the same time, if you're Dave Dombrowski, you got to make a roster move too. There's no question about that. So, yeah, of course you can be frustrated with this team. I'm not saying that you can't, of course. It's baffling. But, you know, you're going to slide Schwarber down to the third spot? I don't know. What would your... Actually, here's a question for you guys. Okay, if you're the manager of the team, all right, I want you to write down 1 through 9 right now on how you would assess this lineup or how you would make this lineup and where everybody's playing, okay? Comment that down in the comment section, okay? Where are people batting and what position are they playing? We'll do that right now. Sam Hentges is coming into the ball game for Cleveland. He has a 6.31 ERA. He's a pretty tall dude. He really is tall. Just also taking a look at the scoreboard really quickly, and I see that the Giants are down 5-0. Meanwhile, the Orioles taking care of business in Tampa. They're up 3-0, and the Reds are up 3-0 in Arizona. Against Arizona. The 0-1, it's on the outside corner. So Brandon Marsh is up at the plate. It's no balls, 2 strikes to him. He's 0 for 1 today. Flied out to center field in the second. The pitch. He flies this one out to center field again. That ball is carrying. It's going back towards the wall, and it bounces off the warning track, and it hits off the top of the wall. Brennan throws it as Marsh is rounding second. He's going to go over to third. The throw is off the line, and Brandon Marsh gets into third base standing up. A stand-up leadoff triple by Brandon Marsh. And that's how we start off the top of the 5th. That was a high fastball, and Marsh, and I give him a lot of credit for just exposing the power and extending the bat really well on that play. For sure the Phillies can still win. Here comes Jake Cave, who comes up, and he'll fly this one out to left field. It's hooking way foul, though, and it goes into the seats. Man, this crowd at Progressive Field has been sold out over the last 3 days. They're 26-22 at home. They've been playing very good baseball. Phillies on the other side of that spectrum. The pitch. Up high. All right, I'll read your comment in just a second. What would you do as your starting lineup for the Phillies right now? That's my question. Comment down below. The 1-1, just chopped foul. So Jake Cave, who did have a hit in Friday's game, is back up at the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. One ball, 2 strikes. Marsh at third. Nobody out. The 1-2, swing and a miss. That slider was low and away. And Hentges gets his first strikeout of the day. And all you really have to do is just try to hit a deep fly ball. Marsh stays put at third. And now Kyle Schwarber will come back up. He walked, and he just struck out his last at-bat. And he takes all the way a slider that's off the plate for a ball. His batting average now at 184. Still has 26 homers, though. The 1-0 pitch. A curveball that's just in there for a strike. Hentges is 6'6". Knew he was a tall dude. He's from Shoreview, Minnesota. He's tied up in the count 1-1 here. This is his third league with the major league club. The pitch in the dirt. Oh, I thought that you're a Phillies fan, dude. Turner is your problem. Why is he my problem? Are you saying that it's my team's problem? No, that makes no sense. Schwarber is getting on base. Trey Turner down to the You're not making any sense, my guy. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball. A hot shot hit over to first base. Bell stumbles as he dives, and the throw over to first is not in time. It's an RBI infield single by Kyle Schwarber. Bell was playing towards the line. It took him a second to get up because he dove to try to play the ball out in front of him. And then Hentges had to go over towards first base, charge over there, and Kyle Schwarber beat him to the punch. So Marsh scores. It's an RBI infield single by Kyle Schwarber. Oh, I call everybody my guy. I'm sorry. Is our problem. Okay, there we go. Not bad. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Turner is up high. Stat should be in the 2. That's what you're saying. I hear you. I hear you. So then where does Trey Turner bat? 2-0 is the count, and Turner chases after a curveball that was nowhere near the strike zone. I know, but I asked you where are you putting him? That's what I asked you, man. 6th. Okay. There you go. 2 balls, 1 strike. The next pitch is played on a bounce in the dirt as it almost got away from Gallagher, and the count is now 3-1. Make a lineup for me from start to finish. Yeah, I can hear you. You don't have to come at me, man. I'm just asking you. We can calm down. 3-1. That's it out to left field. And it just gets over the head of Stephen Kwan out towards the wall. Schwarber's going to go over to third. And Trey Turner gets into second base. As the throw was made over to Ramirez, it was off the line. And Turner doubles. There's 1 out in the top of the 5th. Turner just scolded that thing out to left field, and Kwan didn't recognize where it was. It would have been tough for him to make the catch. He lost it, but now the pitching coach, Carl Willis, will go out there to talk things over with Hentges. Phillies getting some runs in this inning, and now Bryce Harper is going to come up. This should definitely spark a rally for the Fightins. And Sandlin is getting loosened up. Nick Sandlin, that is. And the Guardians bullpen. The bullpen for the Guardians overall has been very dominant during these last 8 games. Harper today's 0 for 1. He walked in the first and scored a run. Turner's over at second. Schwarber's at third. Harper at the plate takes a 4-seamer off the plate. Need 4 more. Why 4? The 1-0 pitch. That's a rocket hit over towards the third base side, and that's foul. Is that for your bet? You'll have to let me know. Oh, what did I have for lunch today? I had an omelet. I forgot to answer that. Sorry about that. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch to Harper is bounced foul towards the first base side. Throw comes in, though, and it's not in time. So, wait. Gallagher's confused. Harper is also confused. He thought maybe he fouled it off, but he's out. And Schwarber's now looking back at the home plate umpire. What the heck just happened? Rob Thompson is thinking about coming in, but the Phillies do get a run as they score from Kyle Schwarber. So it was just ruled, I believe, as a wild pitch. And Harper strikes out, and Turner goes over to third. Let's take a look at this replay here. It was ruled as... Yeah, that's weird. Tie game. Phillies get another run, though, as Henkes throws the next pitch, and that's in the dirt. So let's see what they ruled that as. Is that a balk? Because Turner went over to third. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Jameek, what's up, man? Thanks for coming on. See, now we have more people coming on here. So Harper, they say that he grounded out to first and that Schwarber scored. And Turner went over to third. But there was no tag at the bag whatsoever. The 0-2, swing and a miss. And Castellanos strikes out. The Phillies do tie it back, though. It's 3-3. It's been a very bizarre game as we go to the bottom of the 5th. All right, I'm going to take a step off. That was really, really odd. Huh. JJ is awesome behind the mic and as a brother. And that's the bottom line. Because Snowman said so. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Snowman, you're awesome, too. I guess that they ruled it as batter's interference. It was so weird because Harper swung at that pitch. Okay, he grounded it. Schwarber came in the home plate, but Harper was ruled out. It's bizarre. Anyhow. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off. I'll be right back in just a few moments, guys. I really appreciate you all so much for being on here. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn on those notification bells so that way you know when I upload. All right? Let's get to 7:30, and let's get to 30 likes. I don't think we got there yet. And if we have, then let's get to 35. Let's do that. We're at 27. All right, let's get to let's work that thing up. I'll be right back in just a few moments. All right, there we go. I just had to take a sip of water. Phillies can't take this game by the 6th inning. I say they take off. Can't take this game by the 6th inning. I say that they take off. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, I mean can. So the Phillies can take. Oh, Phillies can take this game by the 6th inning. I still don't know what that means. The pitch, grounder foul, over towards the third base side. I love you guys a lot, but try to make some sense like when you guys are commenting on here because sometimes I don't understand certain things. The 0-1, it's a bouncer that's fouled off towards the third base side. And Gallagher will be behind in the count 0-2. So Nola with 54 pitches. He's back on the hill for the bottom of the 5th inning for the Phillies. The Phillies did tie it back. They got an RBI ground out from Bryce Harper and an RBI single from Kyle Schwarber. Nola comes set at the chest, winds up, and throws it on the outside corner for a called 3rd strike. Adam Beck took about 5 seconds or so to make the call, and he just got him, and guess who's having some words with him? It's Cam Gallagher. It's the first backwards K that Nola has had today. Now Stephen Kwan, who started off the bottom of the 1st with a leadoff home run to tie the game up 1-1, is due up, and he slices this one out to left field. It's played on a bounce by Jay Cave, and another base hit by Kwan. That's his 3rd hit today off of Nola, as he singles out to left field, and the throw was cut off towards the infield. Oh, okay, Jameek says, meaning by the top of the 5th, the Phillies team really flowing. Hopefully. I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. Yeah. I got you. That makes sense to me. Throw back over to first to try to get the runner is not in time. Stephen Kwan, you got to watch out for him on the bases because he's somebody that is just one of those guys that's really fast on this team, along with Jose Ramirez and Andres Jimenez. Will Brennan and Miles Straw, they can all steal bases. Throw back to first again, not in time. That's the 2nd time that Nola has disengaged with them. It's like when you're trying to swat a fly away. You're trying to get the fly off your back. Nola winds up and throws it upstairs. Freeman's playing over at shortstop for Ahmed Rosario. Rosario has the day off. Rosario actually has 40 RBI and a 261 average. 1-0 pitch. Line drive caught over at first base by Harper, and they'll tag Kwan out. And the inning is over. Oh, the Phillies got a little bit of luck there. And Harper made a pretty good catch and just tagged Kwan, who was dancing off the bag, and that's going to go down as an unassisted double play. And we go to the top of the 6th. Phillies are tied 3-3 in Cleveland. L3DP. I hope so too, man. I really do. If you guys would also like to donate to the channel, please feel free to do so. You can feel free to hit the super chat button if you choose to. You guys don't have to donate, but I'm just saying if you guys do want to donate, you can totally do that. There's always an option. All right, let me stretch a little bit. Ooh, that neck crack felt good. I'm starting to wonder if my Phillies shirt today is maybe possibly good luck for this team. That I don't know. That I do not know. Please definitely spread the word, guys. We want to get more and more people to come on here and to join the channel. So if you guys have any friends that love the Phillies as much as I do, or any of the other teams that we cover on here, even though it's been a lot of Phillies this summer, once football season picks up, and we're going to finish out the baseball season, and we're going to do football, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And then we got hockey and basketball. That'll be really cool too. So I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be doing about one hockey game a week. That's mainly going to be the goal. No pun intended. And that's going to be fun. I'm excited about that. So the only way to get better at it is just to get reps. But the bottom line is that if you know of anybody else that would love this channel, that would love this content, please make sure that you spread the word. and tell your friends so that they can be a part of our family. The clouds have shifted. There were unfriendly clouds over towards the left field side, and now there's sunshine on the left field side. Or maybe not sunshine, but some daylight clouds, and then dark clouds on the right side. The 1-0 pitch by Sandlin is in there for a called strike to Bryson Stott. So 5, 6, and 7 are due up. Stott has 2 walks and 2 stolen bases today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sandlin comes set at the belt, kicks, deals, and it's on the outside corner. Oh, boy. Nick Sandlin has a 3.35 earned run average in 36 games this season, a 4-3 record. The 1-2 delivery, it's inside. Sandlin did pitch earlier in this series. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sandlin comes set at the chest this time and throws it, and it's fouled off. Sandlin's 26 years old, from Evans, Georgia. 2-2 pitch, just fouled off of the left foot of Stott, and I'll roll it back over towards the bat boy, and I'll take it over towards the dugout. Sandlin over his last 7 days, his whip is at 1.67. He's allowed 4 earned runs and 5 strikeouts in 3 innings over his last 7 days. The 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss. And Bryson Stott strikes out and is retired for the first time today. So the Guardians were able to strike out the side. Let's take a sip of water. JT will come on up, and he swings and misses at a slider that was at the knees. That's not a comfortable feeling. The 0-1 delivery by Sandlin. This time it's popped up and it's hooking foul and it goes out of play. Sandlin comes set at the belt. Kick, steals. There's a line drive that just gets past the stop of the shortstop into left field for a base hit. And JT is aboard with a 1-out single. Just able to get past the diving stop of Tyler Friedman. And now Alec Bohm will be coming up. I had to take care of what's in my throat during the break. Sorry about that, guys. That's probably very distracting. Alec Bohm will take a fastball right down the pipe. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts. 9 homers and 59 RBI on the season for Bohm. Sandlin gets the signs and fires, and that is just a little bit low. It got a little bit away from Gallagher, but he got up and didn't get too far away. Phillies tied 3-3. We're in the top of the 6th. There's 1 out and a runner over at first. Sandlin comes set again, winds up and delivers an off-speed pitch that was swung on and missed by Alec Bohm. He was early on that one. One ball, 2 strikes. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. Throw back to first. Is not in time to get JT. Nick Sandlin, he's 26 years old. He has a 2.58 career ERA. Made his major league debut on May 1st of 2021. The 1-2 swing and a miss, and the throw over the second base is off the line, so no strikeout throw amount, but they get the strikeout recorded, and JT goes over to second base on a stolen base. And there's 2 outs. Good jump by JT Realmuto. So he was able to hustle his way into the bag as the throw was way off the line. Brandon Marsh will be coming up, and now Terry Francona wants to have an explanation of this because I don't know if the ball slipped out of the hand of Gallagher, or maybe Francona wanted to see if this was catcher's interference or what. Oh, yeah, or batter's interference, because Bohm's helmet was kind of in the way a little bit, but wasn't intentional or anything. But Francona can't review it. JT's over at second in scoring position. A base hit could give the Phillies the lead, and Marsh takes it inside and low for ball 1. So JT just recorded his 7th stolen base. Sorry, his 11th or his 12th stolen base of the season. 1-0 pitch. It's fouled off of the foot of Marsh, and he is hobbling as he walks over about a quarter of the way towards third base. And he has to take a quick step out. That has got to hurt. It hit his big toe on his right foot. Actually hit the calf area, then it hit his foot. Marsh tripled in the 5th. His batting average is now at .278. Started off the season very hot. Then got ice cold, and well, he's been pretty streaky. But when he's hot, he is on fire. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sandlin throws it upstairs. And the count is now 2-1. Five seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 2-1 pitch is popped up out to shallow left field. Ramirez can't find it, backhands it, and he drops it. And Kwan gets over to it. JT will come in to score. That's going to go down right now as an RBI bloop single by Brandon Marsh. Phillies take a 4-3 lead as Jose Ramirez lost it at the very last second, and he tried to catch it and just could not get to it. It actually went in and out of the glove as he did try to make the catch. It was off balance, but miscommunication, and the Phillies take the lead. Throw back to first to try to get the runner is not in time. It's just been such a goofy game. Probably should be ruled as an error. But they rule it as an infield. They rule it as an infield single. I gotta take a step off after this. The 0-1 pitch. Runner goes. Throw over the second is in time to get Marsh. And Marsh is caught stealing, and the inning is over. Phillies get a run, though, on what seems to be an RBI bloop single by Brandon Marsh. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies are up 4-3. All right, let's see what the heck is going on with my voice. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're good. We're all good. You know, the one thing I got to start doing a little bit better of a job at is taking care of my voice. I know I'm young, but I want to make sure that I keep it in the best condition as possible. So, drinking water, and I'll also start to try to drink a little bit more tea and rest my voice a little bit more. But it's hard because, like, when you're doing daily stuff and you're talking to the family and you're, like doing those everyday types of things, it's a little bit hard. But sometimes I probably should learn how to. I mean, I don't scream, like, I don't yell unless I'm getting excited on here, but probably should take care of it a little bit better. Because it's an instrument, and I need that. I do. Jose Ramirez will come up as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Aaron Nola's still out there on the bump for the Fightins, and the pitch is fouled off. If you guys have not done so already, please make sure that you like. Please make sure you subscribe. And turn on that notification bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload. Phillies are up 4-3. Nola has 59 pitches so far. The 0-1, it's in the dirt. So they ruled that as an infield single by Brandon Marsh, and not an error by Jose Ramirez. I'm kind of surprised. Ramirez is up at the plate, batting on the left side, and the 1-1 pitch, that's hit sharply over towards the first base side. Stott has it, though, and makes a little toss over to first for the first out of the bottom of the sixth. Oh, man. Sun is shining now. Just been such a weird day weather-wise. You see these dark clouds in the sky, and you think that it's going to downpour, and the sun comes out. I guess Mother Nature has its own language today. Josh Naylor takes the first pitch for a ball, and Nola throws the next one, and it's just fouled back. Naylor slashing .310, .348, and .510 on the season. Nola winds up and delivers. There's a pitch that is a rocket over towards the Phillies dugout. Heads up. Rojas had to get out of the way, as well as Figueroa, too. Oh, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nola comes set at the chest, winds up and throws the 1-2, and it's fouled off again. The Phillies are 6 games above 500. I'm just looking at this replay again of where the ball was hit. It was actually hit towards the cameraman, and hopefully they have insurance on those cameras. The 1-2 delivery. It's at the knees for a called strike 3. It's the second backwards K of the day for Aaron Nola. That's now 6 strikeouts. So Nola allowed 3 runs, 1 run in each of the first 3 innings. Josh Bell is coming up, batting on the left side, and they'll take it wide. A fastball at 94. Ever since then, though, he hasn't allowed a run. He's been in much better control. The 1-0, it's outside. Larry said I could start smoking to have one of those cool, raspy voices when you're an old guy. Cool, but then long-term wise for my lungs, it's not so good. So I have to be mindful of that, too. But I know that you're joking. The pitch. Foul ball. Bell has hit 2 homers against Nola during his career. 2-1 pitch. Lined foul, and it goes way out of play. Nobody on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, the 2-2. Swinging a grounder, hit over towards the second base side, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Nola, and we go now to the top of the 7th. Phillies lead it 4-3. Okay, here we go. So the inning is over. All right, we're in the top of the 7th inning. All right. So, we're in the 7th inning. That means it's time for our trivia question. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Yes. I almost forgot. So, in case you guys are brand new to my channel, okay, we do Phillies trivia in the top of the 7th inning where you give your answer, and if you answer it correctly, you get to hear this sound. Man, I'm off. I'm so off. So you get to hear that sound, and then if you get the answer wrong, that's the sound that you hear. Okay. So, we're going to ask a question, and you have to get it right. And you can answer it as we go throughout the inning, and then we'll reveal the answer and go through each answer in the bottom of the 7th. All right? So the question is, all right, the moment that you've all been waiting for. Okay. So the question is, what team, this is a little bit, okay, we won't ask that one. We'll ask this one. What was longtime Philadelphia Phillies ace Steve Carlton's so-called out pitch? Okay, what was Steve Carlton's quote-unquote out pitch? That is the question. Okay. Answer your comment. Answer the question down below, and we'll reveal the right ones, or we'll reveal them all when we go to the bottom of the 7th. Jake Cave is coming up. Takes the first pitch. It's in there for a called strike. It's a 0-1 count. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Phillies are up 4-3. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jake Cave, who's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. He has 1 homer this season and 9 RBI. The pitch. Grounder. It's fouled, though, towards the first base side. So, yes, answer your comments down below. One ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And there's 1 out as Eli Morgan records his first strikeout of the day. And Jake Cave has gone down swinging for the 3rd time. So now Schwarber's due up, and he takes a fastball. It's over the middle of the plate for a called strike. Schwarber's 1 for 2 today. He did walk, and he had an infield single his last time up. The 0-1. Did he go? No swing, says the third base umpire. 1-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out to left field. Backing up is Quan, just a little bit in front of the warning track, and he's there to track it down and make the catch for out number 2. So Schwarber is retired, and now Trey Turner's going to come up to the plate. Looking at the scoreboard right now, Giants are now down 6-0 against Washington, so that's good news for the Phillies. The Diamondbacks and the Reds, that's a pick your poison type of a game. It's 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th. Turner will foul the first pitch off. And it goes behind the plate. Marlins do lead it 2-1 against the Rockies. Phillies have to keep up with them. The 0-1 pitch, that's hit out to center field, and it's in there for a base hit. Just over the head of Jimenez as Benson gets over towards it. Or Brennan goes over towards it, and he will cut it off. And Turner gets on with a single. A 2-out single. And Bryce Harper is going to come up to the plate. Harper's 0 for 2. He walked in the first and also scored a run. Flied out to center and struck out. He fouls the first pitch off towards the third base side. Royals trail to the Yankees 5-3. And the Braves, well, they're down 2-1 against Milwaukee. Those are the important games for the Phillies' sake. Throw back to first to try to get Turner is not in time. Phillies lead at 4-3 in Cleveland. They lost the first game by a score of 6-5 on Friday night, and they lost last night's game and got shut out 1-0. The 0-1 delivery by Eli Morgan is fouled off. And the count is now 0-2. Morgan has a 2.43 ERA and 42 strikeouts along with a 1.2 whip. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. Morgan comes set at the chest, winds up and delivers. There's a fly ball hit out to left field. Quan will go over towards his right side. He stops, and he's there to make the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. And we go to the bottom of the 7th of this stretch time at Progressive Field. Do I drink beer? Sometimes. I don't really drink it too much now because I have really bad heartburn. And I don't really like that feeling. But no, why do you ask? All right. Okay, so in case you just missed the trivia question, the question was, what was Steve Carlton's out pitch? That's the question. Give you guys 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, the answer, well, let's see. What do you guys say? Kathy says slider. Is the slider correct? Is the slider the out pitch? I don't know. That's correct. Just wanted to joke around. Yes, that was the out pitch. Yep, that was it. His slider was, like, untouchable. Seriously. I think it's safe to say that his slider is arguably one of the best sliders that has ever been pitched in baseball. He has the best slider of all time. I think it's safe to say. Who else's slider was filthy? Rivera had a pretty good slider, but I don't know. I mean, like, there's definitely people that are out there, but Steve Carlton's slider was really, really good. Thank you for playing Phillies Trivia. I almost forgot about that. I did. I almost forgot. Phillies trying to go 53-46. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, as Andres Jimenez, David Fry, and Will Brennan will be coming up to the plate. Kathy Ann. Okay, there we go. This is what I wanted. Okay, new order. Stott, JT, Marsh, Turner, Bohm, Kyle, Cave, Harper, Castellanos. Wow, you want Castellanos batting in the 9th spot? That would never happen. But that's an interesting lineup. Yeah, Randy Johnson's slider was really good too. Okay, I give you that. I do. Based only on current averages. Yeah, I feel that. Castellanos has been ice cold since the All-Star break. One of the all-time great out pitches. Hands down. Well, Bryce Harper, he's recorded 15 putouts over at first base within the first 2 days that he's played over at the corner. Also has 1 assist as well. So Aaron Nola, surprisingly, is going to go out there to pitch the bottom of the 7th. But I guess it's not really a surprise, too, because he has 71 pitches. He's been pretty good ever since the first 3 innings. The first pitch is hit out to deep right field. Castellanos will actually come in towards home plate, take a couple of steps, and he'll be there to catch it for the first out. Thought maybe it was going to blow a little bit more, but looked like it was well struck off the bat. Andres Jimenez is now 1 for 3. In case you guys have not done so already, hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. We got 38 people on here. We haven't had that many people on here for this series, so that's pretty awesome. We need 1 more to get to 30 likes. Let's get to 35. David Fry is up at the plate. He's batting .297 with 2 homers and 10 RBI. No balls, 1 strike. Nola winds up and throws it, and there's a chopper hit over to third base. Bohm stops and throws over to first, and the throw was high, and Harper's foot was off the bag. That should go down as an E5 by Alec Bohm. Harper could not keep his foot on the bag. Let's see. Yep, that was the right call. Good call by Dan Iasagna over at first base. Throw was definitely high, but Harper, who's obviously not a first baseman every day, it was a little bit tough for him, but Bohm should have definitely made a throw that was lower. See what they rule it as. Well, Brennan comes up and almost got hit by a pitch as he had to dodge out of the way of that one. Brennan is 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out. He's hitting .259 on the season now. He's playing out in center field for Miles Straw. Phillies lead at 4-3. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Nola gets the signs from Realmuto. 3 seconds left. He fires, and it's a strike at the knees at 93. Aniel De Los Santos is warming up in the Guardians bullpen. He will pitch the 8th inning. There's a runner over at first. 1-1 is the count. Nola gets the signs again, winds up and throws this one, and it gets away from JT as it bounced into the dirt, and going over to second base is David Fry on the wild pitch. The count is now 2-1. It took a weird bounce in front of Realmuto, and the wild pitch is recorded by Nola. Let's see here. And JT probably should have done a better job at blocking that. It hit right off of the chest pad. He didn't even glove it down, nothing. 2 balls, 1 strike to Will Brennan. And the 2-1 delivery is off the plate. Kathy says, I used an analysis of Braves' current batting order and comparison with their averages. That's funny. Larry says Stad, Castellanos, Harper, Realmuto. Oh, wow, you want Realmuto in the cleanup spot? Wow. Schwarber, Turner, Bohm, Marsh, and Rojas. Interesting. Castellanos has been cold, though, in the 2 spot, man. Three balls, 1 strike to Will Brennan. Fry gets over to second base. The 3-1, it's just chop foul. Braves batting order follows 6th, 7th, 2nd, 4th, 5th, 3rd, 9th, 8th, and 1st. As far as our batting average for us, means their highest. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Fry's over at second. Nola tries to keep him in check as he looks back at second. And now back to the plate. The payoff pitch. Foul ball down the third base side, and it'll head towards the seats. So they did score it as a throwing error by Alec Bohm. So that's how Fry got aboard on an E5. And then he advanced on a wild pitch. 3-2 pitch. That ball is skied out to right field. Castellanos runs towards home plate. And he'll be there to make the catch, and there's 2 away. I like that curveball that was thrown by Nola. 2 outs. And Brennan flies out to right field, and now Gallagher will come on up. Actually, Gallagher's spot's going to come up, but Ahmed Rosario will be introduced, I believe, as the pinch hitter, and he will. So that means Rosario will now be batting in the 9 spot, and JT wants to go out to talk things over with Aaron Nola, and Caleb Cotham will be out there to join the conversation too. Phillies lead it 4-3. We're in the bottom of the 7th. There's a runner over at second base. That runner is David Fry. There's 2 outs. Larry says, I don't like the lackadaisical way JT blocks pitches. Yeah. Larry says JT, Turner, Bohm can rotate in number 4 based on who's hot. Okay. That's interesting. Listen, guys, we'll talk more about this team tonight as we go on for our Phillies post-series recap pod. Please make sure that you guys join. We'll be on tonight at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Talk about this team and hear your thoughts. Ahmed Rosario is due up, and the first pitch is a knuckle curve that is down low. Hasn't really thrown the knuckle curve too much today. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch outside. Rosario is now 27 years old. He made his major league debut with the Mets back in 2017. It's hard to believe he's been in the league for now 6 years. I remember when he was really young. The 1-1, swing and a miss. I didn't know this either, but Manny Machado, man. You know how old he is? He's 30. 31, actually. It's hard to believe that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nola comes set, lines up and delivers. And swing and a miss. Aaron Nola gets out of the inning as Ahmed Rosario strikes out. And Nola over the last 4 innings has been doing a much better job. And we go to the top of the 8th. Phillies lead at 4-3 in Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, he's 31, man. He was with the Orioles from 2012 to 2018. Then, of course, got traded during the trade deadline. right before the trade deadline. I think it was actually like his last game, if I remember correctly, was in an Orioles. The last game he played for the Orioles was the All-Star game. Yeah, it was. It was. But yeah, 2012, man. Means he was 20. Now he's only 31. 6-time All-Star, 2-time All-MLB first team, 2-time Gold Glove winner. Only 2 times? He is a really good arm over at third base, man. If Manny Machado were to retire today, is he a Hall of Famer? Comment your answers down below. Is Manny Machado a Hall of Famer? He just got over 300 homers. He has 907 RBI. He needs 320 more hits just to get to 2,000. Is Manny Machado a Hall of Famer if he retired today? My answer is no, because I would like to see him win a World Series or an MVP. It's definitely not first ballot. Let me know down below. Who do you think if somebody were to retire today, who would be in the Hall of Fame that's still in their prime right now, besides Clayton Kershaw and besides Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander? I think Nolan Arenado's a no doubt about it Hall of Famer. Not enough career numbers. Yeah, he's not there yet. I think he definitely could be. Anio De Los Santos is coming in to pitch for Cleveland as Nick Castellanos will take a called strike at the knees. That's an interesting thought. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. It's in the dirt. I do think that Bryce Harper is a Hall of Famer. If he were to be like, I'm retiring today, I think he gets in. I do feel like that would happen. 1 ball, 1 strike. De Los Santos comes set and winds up, and the pitch is fouled off. Mike Trout's another one. Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts would probably be a Hall of Famer because he won a couple of World Series. He won an MVP, if I remember correctly. The pitch. Grounder, chopped over to second base, and the throw over to first is in time. There's 1 away. Freddie Freeman's a good one. Reserve says Stott, Casty, Harp, Schwarber, Turner, Bohm, JT, Marsh, and Cave would be my lineup. Okay. It's a good one. I like that. I like that very much. Freddie Freeman was a good answer. De Los Santos will throw the next one up high. I think Salvador Perez is a Hall of Famer right now. Just offensively speaking. The 1-0 pitch. It's right at the knees for a called strike. Think about it. He won a World Series. All right, he's been like, what, a 6-time All-Star? He's a lot of home runs for a catcher. The 1-1. It's up high and outside. Let's look at Sal Perez's stats. Yeah, 8-time All-Star, World Series champion, 5-time Gold Glove winner, 4-time Silver Slugger. He has to get in. Bryson Stott. 3 balls, 1 strike. Oh, of course my Trout gets in. Yes, for sure. It's 3-1 to Stott, who's 0 for 1 today, and De Los Santos, some miscommunication between It was Santos and Stott. And Stott thought that maybe De Los Santos didn't call for time, so that should be a pitch clock violation. That's his argument that he's making to Adam Beck. Somebody else is coming out there, too. I don't know. Is it Rob Thompson? It is. Rob Thompson's going to come out here, too, to try to get an explanation from Adam Beck as to why there was no pitch clock violation called against De Los Santos. And now, Dan Iasagna, the first base umpire, is going to try to come out here too. Thompson having some words with both of the umpires here, and Stott saying, well, De Los Santos was taking his time, and he didn't even call for time, so that should be a pitch clock violation. And he has an explanation, so he's correct about that. And now all the umpires are going to gather around here to try to talk things over and make sense of this. He took a step off the mound. 8 seconds were left, and then he called for time. You can't do that. That's weird. So the umps are just talking things over now. I don't understand. Wasn't like time was granted to De Los Santos. Time wasn't granted to De Los Santos, and Stott goes over to first. Okay, there you go. And now Terry Francona wants an explanation of this. He's going to come out there to argue with the umps, too. Wow. So now he's not happy that they overturned that call. It just doesn't make sense to me because it wasn't like, with 8 seconds left, he called for time. Like, you can't do that as a part of the new rule. You just can't do that. And now Francona will go back to the dugout. He wants an explanation of this. No, he's not a Hall of Famer if he retires right now. He has to do this for 3 more years, David. If Shohei can be hitting and pitching for 3 more years, then yes. So De Los Santos is back out there on the mound. So Stott gets on due to a pitch clock violation, and he goes over to first as he walks. There's 1 out in the top of the 8th. JT will step up to the batter's box. De Los Santos kicks, deals, and it's a bouncer that's fouled right over towards the plate. Stott stepped into the batter's box with 11 seconds left, and then De Los Santos called for time with 8 seconds, and you just can't do that. The ball is 1 strike to JT. Throw back to first to try to get Stott is not in time. Craig Kimbrell gets in, for sure. Umps get together and get it right. Love to see it. Yep. It's so bizarre. The ball is 1 strike to Realmuto. Phillies have a 4-3 lead. We're in the top of the 8th. The 0-1, it's downstairs. Kimbrell's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, Kenley Jansen. He'll get in as well, I believe. He won a World Series. Even though Larry doesn't like the 1-inning guys. We're in the top of the 8th. Did I say bottom of the 8th? Sorry. Votto. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch, it's in there for a strike, 2. Tim Herron is getting loosened up in the bullpen. Let's see Votto. The 1-2 pitch swing and a miss. JT strikes out on a slider that was low. And De Los Santos gets his first strikeout. Not a good at-bat by JT whatsoever. What are you fishing for right there? 2 homers by the Guardians. None by the Phils. Phillies are up 4-3, though, as Bohm is due up, and he looks at a slider on the inside corner for a called strike. So Stott's over at first base. The Phillies, they're up 4-3. They lost game 1. by a score of 6-5 on Friday night. Then they got shut out last night 1-0. They lead it 4-3 here. De Los Santos comes set at the chest, winds up and throws it, and boom, cannot catch up to it. The count is 0-2. The top of the lineup will come up in the bottom of the 8th. As the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts. I believe Aaron Nola is going to go out there to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies do lead it 4-3. They'll be back when we return. Joey Votto, okay. Votto's a 6-time All-Star, right? He has 350 homers. He just got over 2,000 hits. He's 39 now. He won an MVP. He might get in. Jose Altuve is going to get in for sure. You look at the Astros dynasty. Carlos Correa is probably going to get in. Most likely. Even though he hasn't had a good season this year. Correa will probably get in. Altuve will get in. George Springer is an interesting one. I don't know about George Springer yet. Springer, he's now 33. He's a 4-time All-Star. World Series champion, won the World Series MVP. He has 234 homers. But I don't think he's going to... If he were to retire today, no. But that can change. Altuve, yes. Zach Greinke gets in, of course. Of course Zach gets in. I'm saying the guys that are still in their prime right now, Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado, are Hall of Famers right now if they retired today. Goldschmidt's a Hall of Famer. Mookie Betts and Garrett Cole. Yes to Mookie. It took me a little bit of time to figure that out. Mookie gets in. He's a Hall of Famer. The question is, okay, like, this is how I think about it when it comes to the Hall of Fame. Okay, can you write about the game of baseball with the guys that get voted in? Like, did the guys that make it to the Hall of Fame, how much of an impact did they have on the game? And can you write about the story of baseball without them in there? You can't write the game of baseball without Mike Trout, right? We can all agree on that in this era of baseball. You can't do it without Freddie Freeman. Can't do it without Jose Altuve. Can't do it without Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer, and Justin Verlander. All those guys had a big impact. Chapman is interesting because he was the first one to throw over 100 in the modern era. So, yes, he does get in because he's also won a World Series, and he'll get in too. Juan Soto in a few years. He has to be healthy. Stephen Kwan's going to bunt at the first pitch, and Stott's going to glove it over to first, and it's in time for Bryce Harper. Kwan was flying down the batter's box and going over to first base. Stott had to really improvise there, and he just tossed it with his glove over to first base to Harper, and Harper was able to record the out, and Stephen Kwan was out. It was a nice bunt, and Harper, good job recognizing that he had to go over to first base because Stott was coming in. Harper was going over towards the baseball, then decided, nope, I got to go back to the bag, and he did that. And Stott was there at the right time and just made an underhanded toss with his glove over to first. And now Freeman is coming up, and he takes it inside and high, almost hit him. One ball, no strikes. Gregory Soto is on the mound for the Phillies. He's pitching the bottom of the 8th here. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, they're not Hall of Famers yet. They have potential, but they're not Hall of Famers yet. If they were to retire today and they're in the prime of their career, are they a Hall of Famer? Acuna's still young. Soto's still young. They're not making it to the Hall yet. The pitch, inside and low. Vlad Jr., not yet either. He's still young. Still young. Three balls, one strike. The pitch up high for ball 4. And Tyler Freeman gets aboard. Jose Ramirez, maybe. I think he still needs about like 3 or 4 more good years in order to say that he is no doubt about a Hall of Famer. I'll have to come up with a list, though. Maybe I'll do that right now. Fred McGriff deserved it for sure. I want guys that are in their prime, that have been in their prime for a while, that have been proving it like over a 6-year span, at least. That's what I want. If they were to like officially retire today, are they a Hall of Famer? Ronald Acuna Jr. is not a Hall of Famer if he retired today. Juan Soto's not a Hall of Famer if he retired today. Comes Jose Ramirez to the plate. And Ramirez will take that one downstairs. Jose's batting on the right side. Ramirez actually may be able to get in just because he's a switch hitter. Right. Yeah, exactly. Like Freddie Freeman has been proving it for years. Mike Trout's been proving it for years. Bryce Harper's been proving it for years. You know what I'm saying? 2 balls, no strikes. Soto comes set at the belt, lines up and throws it downstairs for ball 3. I'm going to make a list right now. That's what we'll do. Phillies will be taking on the Baltimore Orioles in a 3-game set. As they head back to Philly, they'll start that series tomorrow night. The pitch in there for a called strike. I'm still thinking. Three balls, one strike. The pitch. There's a towering fly ball hit out to deep left field. It's looking foul, and it goes out of play. The count is full. There's one out in the bottom of the 8th. A runner over at first. Phillies lead it 4-3. Payoff pitch to Ramirez is hit out to center field. Marsh tracks it down, gets underneath it, takes 2 steps to home, and they'll make the catch. And there's 2 away. So, all right, so I think I got this. All right, so you got Freeman, you got Scherzer, Kershaw, Kimbrel, Verlander, Trout, Harper, Kenley Jansen, and there's Josh Naylor, who checks his swing, and he said that he went around. Jose Altuve, Sal Perez. The 0-1. It's in the dirt. And then who would be my 10th? Oh, Goldschmidt and Arenado. That's 11. 1-1 pitch. Bouncer hit back off of the glove of Soto. The throw over to first by Bohm is just in time. Nice play by Bohm. The inning is over. He had to improvise as it bounced off the glove of Gregory Soto. He charged over towards the baseball, threw a dart over to first base and got Josh Naylor out by less than half a step. And the inning is over. We go to the top of the ninth. Phillies lead it 4-3. Oh, bets. I knew I forgot somebody. Okay, so that's a 1-5 round out. Greinke's not in his prime, though. Greinke is out of his prime. But, yes, Zach Greinke's a Hall of Famer. Okay. Baylor says, first of all, well, before I get to Baylor's comment, guys, if you're brand new to my channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload or whenever I go live. We'll be back on here tonight to do our Phillies series recap pod. That'll be at 11 o'clock tonight. I hope you all are having yourselves a great Sunday. And yeah, if you guys want to donate to the channel, please feel free to do so. Hit the super chat button and, donate to the cause, man. Another fun question maybe for another game would be, what retired players do you think could still play in baseball? Is that what it is? Could still be playing at a high level today? Right now, David Ortiz. If Albert Pujols wanted to, he could still do that right now. Albert Pujols is a legend. What he did last year was unbelievable. But those are the only two I can think of. It like with baseball, it's so hard because the conditioning that you have to be in, like once you retire, like once you're not like training and stuff like that, and your routine changes, it's so hard. If Yadier would say, I got to come out of retirement and focus on catching again, he could do it, and Buster Posey could do it too. So, for sure. All right, we head to the top of the ninth. 8, 9, and 1 are due up for the Fightins. Tim Herron is on the bump. He's a 5.01 ERA. Pitched in yesterday's game and throws the first pitch up high. Marsh today's 2 for 3. Remember, in the first game, too, we had 3 walks. The 1-0 pitch. It's downstairs. Yeah, Posey retired, dude. Buster's not catching. Buster could definitely, if he wanted to, he could still do it. The pitch. It's at the knees for a called strike. On the outside corner. Buster Posey's a Hall of Famer. 2 balls, 1 strike. The next pitch, it's on the inside corner for a called strike. The 2-2 by Hearn is up high. Boy. Jake Cave waits in the on-deck circle. He has a hat trick of strikeouts today and has gone hitless. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And Brandon Marsh strikes out. Strikeout number 1 for Herron. That's now the 3rd strikeout in a row for the Phillies. That'll bring up Jake Cave, who has 3 out of the 9 strikeouts. Cave takes that one up high and inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 strikeouts. I counted wrong. The 1-0 pitch. It's on the inside corner for a called strike. Phillies 1 through 4 hitters today. They've gotten on base 5 times or 6 times. They've been doing better, but as a combination, they've struck out 4 times. The pitch. Foul ball. Hearn comes set at the belt, winds up, and throws it on the outside corner for a called third strike. Adam Beck called to the strike. It looked a little bit off the plate, but there's 2 away. That's now 4 strikeouts in a row by Guardians pitching, and Jake Cave goes down for the 4th time today. Here comes Kyle Schwarber, who was struck out in 15 of the 17 games that he's played this month. And Schwarber takes it all the way for a called strike. It's funny because the Guardians, they're not really a power hitting team. They have 2 homers today. They're actually last in the league in home runs. The Phillies, well, they haven't homered since Friday night. Kimbrel is getting loosened up in the bullpen. He'll come in to pitch the 9th, the 1-1, as Schwarber tries to take a hack at that one, and he swings and misses at a slider. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Bell, Jimenez, and Fry will be due up. 1-2 pitch. It's poked over towards the middle. Backhanded play by the shortstop. Throw over to first, and that's in time. Good sliding play by Tyler Freeman, as it almost got away from him, and he took away a base hit to Kyle Schwarber. 1-2-3 go the Phillies once again. And we head to the bottom of the 9th. Craig Kimbrel will come in to try to get save number 17 on the season. Top 4 for 14 with 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. Yeah. I said 4 hits, right? I said 4 hits. Okay. All right, guys, one last time, man. If you guys have not done so already, please hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button too. All right, we got 44 people on here. We just reached the 30 mark. If you guys have not done so already, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Let's get to 35 people. Algo people, do your thing. Do your magic. Phillies playing at Progressive Field. Let's look at some other scores. Well, now the Reds have a 5-3 lead against the Diamondbacks. Braves now trail 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th. That's good news for the Phillies. The Rockies tied it, and it's now 2-2 in the bottom of the 9th in Miami. Miami's really been struggling too. Phillies are tied with Miami, and if they secure this win, and if Miami loses, they'll be a game above them, which would be absolutely huge. But the Phillies have to take care of their own business. Good news for Cleveland fans is that the Twins are actually getting shut out so far at home against the White Sox. It's a 3-0 game. Cubs are beating the Cardinals 7-1. The Dodgers are losing 8-4 in Arlington. Astros and A's are just getting underway. If you guys want to tune in after this game to Snowman Multimedia, he's covering the game for some Sunday afternoon baseball. Kimbrel's going to come in to close the door. He has a 3.15 ERA. He's looking to get save number 411 in his career. Batters are hitting 158 off of him this season. Cave's not ready for prime time yet. Some people, man, I don't want to say that this is Jay Cave, but some people can't make that adjustment from AAA to the majors. You know? It's hard. It's really, really hard. All right, Josh Bell will lead things off. We're in the bottom of the 9th. Phillies trying to salvage the series and not get swept in Cleveland and end what is a 4-game losing streak. We start the bottom of the 9th off on a foul ball, hit over towards the first base side, towards the Phillies dugout. Bell is 3 for 4 lifetime against Kimbrel with 2 homers and 3 RBI. The 0-1 fly ball out to left field. It drops in for a bloop single. Cave gets over to it, throws it to the cutoff man, and Josh Bell is now 4 for 5 lifetime against Kimbrel. And Bell's going to head back over towards the dugout as a pinch runner's going to come in. I'm sure it's probably going to be somebody like Miles Straw. So Bell, his day is done, and it will be Miles Straw. I'm so good at guessing. So a leadoff bloop single to start off the 9th. And Andres Jimenez, who homered in the 3rd, is due up. Be interested to see if Straw goes. Nobody out in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch to Jimenez is a knuckle curve at the knees for a called strike. Jimenez has only faced Kimbrel once. That was in a Mets uniform. He's 1 for 1 lifetime against him. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 0-1 delivery. It's up high. Craig obviously closed out the All-Star game. Was able to get the final 3 outs and record the save for the National League to win. Runner goes, the pitch, foul ball. Was just fouled off, and Straw probably would have had the base stolen easily, but he has to go back to first. Oh yeah, Kimbrel had a very slow approach to the plate, and there would have been no chance. 5 pitches thrown by Craig Kimbrel. He comes set at the chest. Looks over to third, now to home plate. The 1-2 delivery. Grounder, hit over to second. The throw over to Turner. There's one. The flip over to first in time. The Phillies get a 4-6-3 double play, and there's 2 outs and nobody on. That's the best thing that could have happened for the Phillies in this 9th inning. One with a slider that was low. Probably could have been a ball, but Stott was there at the right time. He just fielded it. Hit a nice little throw over to Turner at second. And Turner threw it over to first for the double play. And the Guardians are down to their final out. First pitch to David Fry is outside for a ball. The Marlins game is going over to extra innings. The 1-0 pitch. There's a high fly ball hit out to deep left field. That's going to bounce off the top of the wall. Marsh gets over to it, and that's a 2-out double. They rule it as a home run because it hit the yellow line. I don't know if it just got out there or not. And if it is a home run, that's the first blown save thrown by Craig Kimbrel. They do rule it as a home run. I don't know if they're going to review this. But it's a 4-4 game. Let's see. Pitch right down the middle. Fry had it. Let's see. Yep, it hit the top of the fence. That's a home run. And we play on. So now Brennan is going to come up, and he takes it down low. That's the first blown save by Craig Kimbrel this season, as the Guardians tied the game up in the bottom of the 9th. The 1-0 pitch up high for ball 2. Brennan is 0 for 3 in this ball game with a line out, a ground out, and a fly out. Exactly, Larry. 2-0 pitch. Foul ball. Well, thank goodness they got the double play. That certainly mattered. David Fry has been crushing the Phillies. 2 RBI in the first game. A big home run off of one of the best closers in the ball game. The pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Oh boy, that means I gotta get ready in case this game probably will now. The 2-2 delivery, grounder. It's fouled though towards the first base side. Let's take a picture of this. Two and two is the count. The next pitch, swing and a miss. And the inning is over. Kimbrel, though, gets his first blown save of the season as David Fry ties the game up with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and we go to extra innings. Turner will lead things off, and Schwarber's going to have to be the ghost runner over at second base when we return. Extra innings, free baseball. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell icon, man. Gideon, what's up? Why the frick a fastball right down the tube? I don't have the answers for you, my guy. Do not have the answers. Harper, Castellanos. Stott. Realmuto. Can't believe it. I figured it was going to come to an end. I didn't see it hit off the top of the fence because the camera angle wasn't so good, but it did it off the top of the fence. I would. Man. If I'm Rob Thompson, I want to win the game now. Put Rojas in at second, man. How many people do we have on here? We got 51 people. In case you guys are new to my channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and turn on those notification bell icons, all right? It's funny how, can somebody explain to me how why more people come on, at the very, very end of a game? I'm, curious as to, what the whole philosophy is. The thing is that Schwarber is the DH. So it's not I don't know. I'm just curious, though. All right, so Rojas is going to be the runner over at second base. He'll be the ghost runner. And Trey Turner is up at the plate. Herron is out there on the bump for the 10th inning. And the first pitch to Trey is outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Phillies are 6-2 in extra innings this season, and the Guardians are 8-6. 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch, it's upstairs and outside. Turner's 2 for 4 today. Rojas leads off at second. He's in the pinch run for Kyle Schwarber, who's the ghost runner at second base. The 1-1 delivery off the plate. So it'll be Turner, Harper, Castellanos, and if it goes any further, Bryson Stott will come up too. 3-0 pitch outside for ball 4, and Turner gets on with a leadoff walk. He's only walked 2 times over his last 7 days. And now the pitching coach, Carl Willis, is going to go out there to have a conversation with Herron. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, guys. We got 44 people on here. Tyler Steffen is getting loosened up in the Phillies, or in the Guardians bullpen. And Jeff Hoffman is getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen. And he will probably pitch the bottom of the 10th. Bryce Harper is 0 for 3 today. He walked in the first and also scored a run. Turner's over at first. Rojas is at second. Infield is playing Harper to pull, obviously, towards that right side. The left side is wide open. But the third baseman is over towards the grass. Freeman trying to hold up Rojas at second. First pitch to Harper. He did not go around. He held his horses. And it's downstairs for a ball. Phillies got the first run of the game on a balk. And then Stephen Kwan tied it up on a solo homer allowed by Aaron Nola in the bottom of the first. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. The Guardians would then get another homer in the bottom of the second from Jimenez. And then they get an RBI ground out from Jose Ramirez. And at the time, it was 3-1. Hearn is staring back at second base. The next pitch to Harper is in the dirt. So then, the Phillies would get an RBI infield single from Kyle Schwarber. And then they would also get an RBI single by Brandon Marsh. So they make it 4-3. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. Rojas rounding third. He will come in to score. The glove came flying off by Jimenez. And Bryce Harper gets in with an RBI single as Turner goes over to third and the Phillies take the lead 5-4. He just keeps coming through when the team needs him the most. And he squared it up perfectly, just right into the hole out in center field. And the glove came flying off from Jimenez. And now Terry Francona is going to pull the plug, and Hearn's day is done. So he allows the RBI single. Harper and Turner are his responsibility still, as we have a pitch and change. So I just wanted to clear that up. So it was a 3-1 game, and then the Phillies got an RBI single from Kyle Schwarber. Harper had an RBI ground out as well. And, wait, why did I say strike? Yeah. It was an RBI ground out. I don't know why I said strikeout. But anyhow, then after they tied it, Brandon Marsh had an RBI single to give the Phillies a 4-3 lead. And then in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs, David Fry tied the game on a solo homer. Let's get some insurance, says Larry. Hey guys, we could obviously use some insurance. If you guys have not done so already, please make sure that you like and subscribe. And turn on those notification bells. We got 51 people on here. I give you this content for free. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up button, because that's what we do. But why do more people come on, like if it's extra innings or so? I'm just curious. I am very, very curious. At the Reds, man. 7-3 now in the top of the ninth with 1 out and the bases are loaded. Magic 44's on here. What's up, man? Wonder what analytics says about intentional walking first batter and extras. I don't know. That's too advanced. That's too advanced. Trevor Stephan is going to come into the ball game. The pitch for the Guardians. We're in the top of the 10th. Stephan has 44 Ks and 42 innings of work. He's allowed 15 walks, and opponents are batting .256 against him. Harper's at first. He got on with an RBI single. Castellanos is up at the plate, and he swings and misses at a slider that was inside and well down low. Nick is 1 for 4 on the afternoon. in the series. He's 1 for 13. The 0-1 pitch. Swing gonna miss, and the ball's bobbled, but going over to second base is Harper. Harper swipes into second base without a throw. That's the second time today that the catcher, Gallagher, has bobbled the baseball when he's transitioning to throw it over towards second base. So that puts runners at second and third. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. A splitter at 86. So there's nobody out. We're in the top of the 10th. Craig Kimbrell did blow a save in the bottom of the 9th by allowing a home run to David Fry. It just got out and hit the top of the rail out in left field. Stephan comes from the belt. The pitch. Did he hold his swing? First base umpire says no. Good job by Castellanos to hold up there. He thought about chasing after it, but at the very, 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 very last second, held up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's 5-4 Philadelphia in the top of the 10th. The pitch, just a hair down low. And what was an 0-2 count is now a full count to Castellanos. Phillies looking to get their 53rd win of the season. Stott waits in the on-deck circle. The payoff pitch by Stephan. It's in there at the knees for a called third strike, and Castellanos knew it. He didn't even flinch, and he's going back towards the dugout. I mean, you figure that was going to come. I was a little bit surprised that he was not protective, and they're just going to intentionally walk Bryson Stott here to load the bases because they want to pick their poison with JT and try to get a double play, which I guess makes sense. I blame Cave for not making the leaping catch. That wall is like, he would have never been able to catch that. You're funny though. All right, so they intentionally walk Stott. JT takes the first pitch down low. Bases are loaded for the Phillies. With 1 out in the top of the 10th, they lead it 5-4. The 1-0 pitch inside and low for ball 2. That is now the 4th walk for Bryson Stott today. Can the Phillies get a run home with the bases loaded? Or a couple of runs? The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says no, and I thought maybe he did go around. The count is now 3-0. Stephan comes set at the belt, takes a quick sigh of relief. The pitch. It's at the knees for a called strike. Braves just took the lead back. They're up now 4-2 as they go to the top of the 9th. 3-1 pitch, fly ball, hit out to deep right field, and making the catch out there is Brennan. And the sacrifice is complete. As a run comes in to score, it's Trey Turner. And going over to third is Bryce. Phillies lead at 6-4 on the RBI sacrifice fly by JT Realmuto. That was a very good, productive at-bat. And I'm really happy JT went the opposite way with it. He almost had it. And he took that one for a ride, too. Got it in the air. You got to get productive outs. And he did. Phillies lead at 6-4 in the 10th. The pitch is inside. Runner goes again, and there's no throw to second as Bryson Stott gets another stolen base. And now a base hit could give the Phillies an 8-4 lead. Bohm is up. He's 0 for 4 today. Boy, it'd be nice to see him come through here. Stefan kicks, deals, ground ball into the hole in the right field. Harper comes in to score. Coming right behind him is Stott. The throw is not in time, and the Phillies lead it 8-4. A big 2-run single by Alec Bohm. It was hit on the ground in between first and second base, and Bohm hit it in the right spot. Kept his head down, went the opposite way. Realized that they were going to play him the pull over towards that third base side, and he took advantage of it. Here comes Marsh, who takes a fastball outside for a ball. Phillies are up 8-4. Marsh has tripled, singled, scored a run, and has an RBI too. The pitch. Outside for ball 2. The Marlins, they just walked it off as they won 3-2 at Lone Depot. The pitch, swing and a miss. So Kimbrel is now technically in line to get the win, even though he blew the save in the bottom of the 9th. Stefan kicks, fires, and it's just on the upper third of the zone for a called strike. So the Marlins just walked it off in the bottom of the 10th. The 2-2 pitch. That time it's in the dirt for ball 3. Luis Arias got the RBI walk-off single. Arias had a big double as well. Phillies have to stay on top of the Marlins here. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. It was just fouled off. And Marsh just got a piece of it. And he just stays alive. It's a full count. We're in the top of the 10th. Phillies lead it 8-4. Trying to avoid a sweep in Cleveland. Payoff pitch. Grounder. Back up the middle. Gobbled up by the shortstop. Throw over to first. It's just in time. Nice dig out by the first baseman, Josh Bell. And now we head to the bottom of the 10th. Ahmed Rosario will lead things off when we return. It'll be Rosario, Kwan, and Freeman. And they'll come in to face Jeff Hoffman. And I don't have it today. It's all right. Rosario. Oh, he's 9. Kwan. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure that you like, make sure you subscribe, and turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. We just reached the 30 mark. Let's get to 35, man. We have 58 people on here. That means that 28 of you have not liked this video. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? All right, let me see really quickly. Let me go to this. Oh, I have to go back to the picture really quickly. Sorry, we're making the lineups again. I keep a score sheet right here. So what I do is I actually keep score. And that's what I do. So I'm a little bit old-fashioned in that sense, but it helps me. It really, really does. So Kwan, then we got Freeman. And then after that, we got Ramirez. Game in, not over yet. Dominique, thanks for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate that, man. We just got a new subscriber. I think that's our first subscriber this series. That's because the Phillies have not really been giving us a whole lot. So Jimenez. We do Phillies baseball. We do 76ers basketball. We do Flyers hockey. and Patriots football. We started this channel about we started it 7 months ago. All right, Jeff Hoffman's going to come in to pitch the bottom of the 10th. The Phillies lead at 8-4. They were able to get 4 runs in the top of the 10th. And our runner's over at second. It's Will Brennan. He's the ghost runner that is over in scoring position. Marlins just won, so the Phillies are a half game behind them as we stand right now. If you just subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell icon. I have a pinch runner, I believe, coming in, if I'm not mistaken. But anyhow, Bo Naylor is going to come up to the plate, and he'll be a pinch hitter for Rosario. So Bo takes the first pitch outside for a ball. He's hitting 191 on the season. Brennan is over at second base. He just came out there very late. The next pitch is taken downstairs. The count is 2-0 here. We'll be on for our Phillies post-series recap pod tonight at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern. The pitch up high for ball 3. Hoffman on the bump for the Fightins. And the 3-0 pitch. That's upstairs for ball 4. A leadoff walk to start off the bottom of the 10th. Just like what happened in the top of the 10th. And Rob Thompson, there he is over in the dugout. So Naylor walks. And now Freeman is Quan is due up. Quan has been really hitting the ball sharply today. First pitch by Hoffman. It's in there for a called strike. A slider at 88. Jeff is a 2.81 ERA. He's 30 years old. And he has 34 strikeouts in 25 innings of work. The 0-1 pitch. It's downstairs for a ball. Rice's batting average is down to 379. It was up to 395. That was the Marlins' first win since coming back from the All-Star break. Yes, it was, Jose. On a big losing streak. 1-1 is the count. Hoffman fires, and there's a ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. The runner from second's going to come in to score. And the other runner goes over to third. It's an RBI single by Stephen Kwan. That's just what he does. He is a hitting machine, and he gets on with an RBI single, and the Guardians are not done yet. Let's see where this pitch was. It was a hanging curveball, or hanging slider, actually, right down the middle of the plate. Runners are actually at first and second now, so Quan gets on with an RBI single. And now Freeman is due up, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. So Naylor goes over to second. He's not really that quick. Tyler Freeman is 0 for 2 with a walk. It's now an 8-5 ball game in the bottom of the 10th. Nobody out. Hoffman looks back at second. The pitch, inside and high for ball 1. Freeman is 0 for 2 today. Dominique, thanks for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. The pitch, chopper. It's fouled, and it goes over towards the third base coach, Mike Sarbaugh. Played it on a hop, and Junior Marte is now getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen, just in case this gets out of hand. The tying run is up at the plate. It's 8-5 Philadelphia. Runners are at first and second in the bottom of the 10th. The 1-2, it almost gets away from JT. Good job by him to just get up, but man, he probably should have done a better job at blocking that pitch. Let's see where it was. He tried to backhand it, and it just went in and out of the glove. But at least he's showing off his athleticism. It's 2-2. Let's see if Hoffman can get a strikeout here. Naylor at second, a runner at first. The pitch, outside and low. The Guardians are 49-49. They're 26-22 at home. It's a full count to Tyler Freeman. He walked back in the 8th inning and had a sac bunt in the 3rd. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Foul ball. Kwan's at first. Naylor's at second. Bo Naylor, that is. Hoffman looks back at second. Now back to the plate. The payoff pitch. Another foul ball. Freeman is staying alive in this at-bat and has been battling against Jeff Hoffman. Sort of like a game of chess. What pitch do you go with here? And will Freeman try to bite? Here comes another payoff pitch. It's up high for ball 4. The ball gets away from JT, and that's going to load the bases. The runners will stay put where they are. They just advance over 1 base, and that will load the bases with nobody out in the bottom of the 10th. And what makes it even more tough, Jose Ramirez will come in. And Rob Thompson is going to pull the plug. He's seen enough. As Jeff Hoffman's day is done. So we have a pitching change, and Junior Marte will come on to pitch to Jose Ramirez, the leader of the pack. Wow, what a game, man. This game actually just got very interesting at the very last second. Guys, if you're brand new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Please make sure that you like. Please make sure you subscribe. Turn on those notification bell icons, too, so that way you know when I upload. We need 1 more subscriber to get to 730. What a game it's been. How many people do we have on here now? I'm sure that a lot of people are tuning in because it's extra innings. I don't know why that's always the case, but it is. We got 50 people on here. Let's get to 35 likes. We're at 33. Ladies and gents, if you have heart problems, the Phillies game isn't for you to watch. Not interested if you're a Phillies fan. I mean, you guys are on here, so, I mean, you are technically interested. You just don't want to admit it. So, you are tuning into the game. But you're also tuning in because of me. It's not just because of the game. That's what I like to think about it as. But I also know that people would like to tune in just because it's the game. All right, bases are loaded. We're in the bottom of the 10th. It's an 8-5 Phillies lead. There's nobody out, and Jose Ramirez is due up. No spoilers in the chat. I just want to remind you guys about that. So, Junior Marte is going to face off against Jose Ramirez here in 26 innings of work. Opponents are hitting .287 against him. He has a 5.54 earned run average. Assailed Lover, or Loner. What's up, man? Thanks for coming on here. Ramirez is 0 for 4 today. He has struck out, grounded out twice, flied out, and has an RBI. And he has a chance to wipe the whole day away with 1 swing of the bat. Phillies are trying to prevent him to do that, though. He's batting on the left side. He's had a pretty good career with the bases loaded. We'll get to more on that in just a few moments. Naylor at third, Quan at second, and over at first is Freeman. Pitch number 1, down low. The 1-0 pitch. Line drive, foul down the first base side. And that'll make the count 1-1 here. Ramirez is 30 years old. He's hitting .295 with 14 homers and 55 RBI. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt again for ball 2. The crowd is starting to get into it. Marte with his bright blue fielding glove. Nobody out in the bottom of the 10th. The bases are juiced. The pitch inside and low again for ball 3. Almost caught myself from saying in the dirt. With the bases loaded, this season he's only 1 for 8. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He swung at ball 4. And now it's a 3-2 count. I can't believe that. He went with a slider. It was a pretty good pitch, but Ramirez was not being patient. Payoff pitch coming up. The pitch of the ball game. Here it is. The pitch. Fly ball hit out to right field. Castellanos on the run towards home plate. He says he has it. Oh, make the catch. The runner tags. The throw to home plate is drawn, and the runner stays over at third. That was the best thing that could have happened for the Phils. They got Ramirez out. He flies out to right field. Castellanos had a really good throw to home plate, and it was smart base running for Naylor to stay put at third. 1 out now in Josh Naylor, who's 0 for 4 today with 2 strikeouts. And he's grounded out twice. He's due up at the plate. Marte comes set at the chest, winds up, and throws the first pitch on the outside corner as he gets the call for a strike. Adam Beck gave him the call. It was just a hair off the plate, but he's been very consistent with that part of the strike zone. 0-1 is the count. Bases still loaded. The next pitch, it's popped up towards the third base side. Bohm has it in foul territory on the outfield grass, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. Can you believe it? Ramirez flied out to right field, and Josh Naylor popped up. And the Phillies need 1 more out as the Guardians are down to their final out once again. And Josh Bell is coming up. But Miles Straw actually came in to pinch run for him, so he is the pinch hitter. Forgot about that. First pitch outside. Nine pitches by Marte in a very big spot here. Bases still loaded for the Guardians. The 1-0 pitch. It's at the knees, a fastball at 97. And the count is 1-1. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marte looks back at second. The pitch. Grounder. Hit over to shortstop. Turner has it. Throws over to first. And the ball game is over. The Phillies hang on and win by a score of 8-5. And they avoid the sweep. And the 4-game losing streak is over. Definitely got very dicey at the end. I still can't believe Jose Ramirez flied out to right. And that was a really nice throw by Castellanos. They hang on. Ring the bell. And the Phillies get their 53rd win of the season and they're 53-46. The Guardians, meanwhile, they fall to 49-50. Well, it certainly feels good to be back in the win column, as the player of the game will probably have to be Bryce Harper, even though give Aaron Nola credit too, because he struggled in the first 3 innings and finally settled down, and once he did settle in, he was really good. So, that was awesome. I can't believe it. Harper went 1 for 4. He had the go-ahead RBI single in the 10th, 2 RBI, a stolen base, and did another really nice job today at first. And the Phillies hang on and they win by a final score of 8-5 and avoid the sweep at Progressive Field. They'll be back on tomorrow night as they go back to Citizens Bank Park and face off against the Baltimore Orioles. Wow. Of course, man. No problem. If you guys are brand new to my channel, I want to make sure to remind you guys that my name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ, where we cover Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Patriots football. I love you all so much. Please make sure that you guys subscribe, like this channel or like this video as well. Hit that thumbs up button. It's now starting to rain here in Cleveland, so that game honestly, that was perfect timing that it just ended because it just started the downpour in Cleveland. All right, love you guys so much. I'll catch you all in the next one. Come on tonight and tune into the Phillies post-series podcast, and we'll talk more about this team. That'll be at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Also, Mitch Kofsky, man. Mitch Kofsky came on here. We're going on tonight, too, so make sure that you tune into another Sixers cast. Haven't talked about the Sixers in a while. But yes, we're going to be on talking things Sixers, and that'll be really, really cool. Love you guys. Catch you all in the next one. See you tomorrow. Or later tonight. Or both.